Okay, y'all. Welcome to a tutorial for once. How to draw a ManaA cover. Now, there's two covers that I want to make for volume 2. So what you see here was the initial idea for the cover, which would be Irene. I wanted her to be falling, but then I was like, no, I need it to be more striking. So I got reference. I recommend that people get reference. I got reference and I found this Yoruichi waifu version reference, right? And I like the pose. So the pose is what I needed as like somebody falling from this angle. So as you can see here though, her hands are open, so I didn't want that. So if I hide this layer, we see the final, it's not even the final ink version, but the ink version of Irene falling, and her swords are broken. And in these shards over here, I don't know if I should call them shards. Let me open another layer just to mark things in red. These areas here, I want to put some of the characters' faces. So I'm thinking of putting Jacob here, putting maybe Lisa here, and putting Charlotte here. Because this is going to summarize all the main characters, not even main, well, yeah, all the important characters for the volume. But technically, this particular cover would fit well for just chapter 16. But ultimately, it summarizes everything with with volume 2 and how it ends specifically. So this was my initial idea. I had originally sketched it out on paper while I was at work. And I was like, yeah, although the one that I sketched out, it was easier to do for some reason. And then when I tried to draw it here again, I couldn't do it. So, oh well. So I like this one. So we're just gonna be going through my process in real time. And so this is variant cover 1. Variant cover 2, I got reference for this one also from this manga artist. I forgot his name, but this guy's a hard worker, y'all. So this is the image I got from him. His final cover obviously looks better than this because this is a rough draft of it. But basically, I liked it. I was like, man, I really like this cover. I want to use it for volume 2 also. So we see here the main character with 2 of his friends, one at the top, one at the bottom, and these 2 dudes in the back. And I said, okay, I want to create something similar. So if I hide this, here is my version. In my version, we only have Lisa at the bottom. In fact, I'm going to remove Lisa because I just added her there as an experiment. So let me just erase this one. I duplicated the layer so that I don't have to draw her again. So this is without Lisa. This is with Lisa. And I think I do like this one more without her because I have to put the bloody hell logo somewhere. So it's gotta be here. If Lisa's gonna be here, it's gonna be a problem. However, I suppose we can say this is variant cover 2 and 3. 3 being Lisa being there, but the original is going to be this one. So let's see, which one am I gonna start with? Out of the 2, I do like this one the most. But I once told myself that I don't like group shots, group covers anymore, but they go hard if you execute them very well, right? They go real hard. So to save yourself time, get reference. Get reference, and set it up nicely for yourself. What the heck? Set it up nicely for yourself and make your life easier. You see? Make your life easier. It does take time to find reference because I'd be swimming. I could spend a day swimming through Pinterest trying to find something cool that I can use and turn it into my own thing. But yeah, it takes a while, but it's totally worth it. And if you do it right, it comes out just right. So let's start with this one. What I normally do, right, is that I ink everything with this pen. It doesn't have a name, but this pen is very, very awesome. It does have touch sensitivity, right? But there's something about it in which when you ink the lines, right, it can maintain the form of the lines so well. Versus if you use, I used to use this brush a lot, the textured pen, right? Look at that. If you ink with this and the strokes, if you stroke it, you see the type of lines it makes versus if you use the pen I like using now. If you stroke it, the lines are always consistent most of the time, right? So I like to use this pen, and usually the lines are very thin like this. So I then make it bigger, increase the thickness of those lines, and I have to play with the line weight. So yeah, I'm really kind of behind. I'm already behind on schedule, honestly. So I use this tool. It's called Correct Line. So I'll be giving out all the ManaA secrets today, right? I'll be giving all the ManaA secrets. And you see, the lines become thicker. Just like that, real simple. So on this cover, we have Jacob in the center. We have Charlotte over here on the right, looking creepy as usual, with her demented smile. And we have Irene on the bottom left, and we had Lisa, which I removed just now. You see, the color scheme for this cover, I'm not yet sure yet. I always play around with it. So let me continue some more. These lines. And there we are, Jacob in the center. His lines should be a bit more thicker. Let's see, right now it is 0.16. Let's beef it up. See how this looks like. Yeah, good enough. Especially since I'm gonna still play with the line weight and all. This is one of the fun parts. I don't actually like inking that much. It is a drag. And for chapter 9, I think I added 6 new pages. And I got tired inking digitally, man. And I was like, I'm going back to traditional. So it really gets tiring, especially for the eyes or just staring at the damn screen, because I don't have like, an Intuos tablet. I actually did have one and it just had a meltdown. So I was like, whatever. Just want to keep things old school. So I really like how this came out, man. So in all covers, again, they must summarize what is taking place for their whole volume, right? When someone looks at it, they have to understand that the story is going to revolve around these characters. Like, they have to be drawn in, basically. There has to be an element of, shock to some extent. It's got to make people feel something. If you're trying to shock them, make it shocking. If you're trying to make them feel comfortable, then make it comfortable. But this is a vampire story, right? Vampire story is supposed to be grim, dark, and shocking, but because it's a shonen as well, it might be not that dark, right? I did try to go the ultra dark route. I can't fully execute it very well. I'm still practicing that. But okay, let's do the same thing for this one. Just make all the lines stick. Am I even on the right layer? Nope. You just hate it when that happens. Okay. As for the colors here, I'm not sure yet because Irene's swords, dual swords, actually come from her hair, right? Her hair can do a bunch of stuff. Shape shift, she can fly using it. It can turn into, well, swords, hard as steel, you name it. That's her real main power, I suppose. No one has read chapter 16 yet because it will be out along with, well, in the volume next month. But there's a part there where Irene is fighting Charlotte, and Charlotte loses her temper and releases a technique that no one has yet known about in the story if you were reading it, right? And she can't really use that technique without severely damaging her health because, as you know, she is suffering from a disease. So she can't tap into her full vampire powers, and she's a disgrace to her father, Dracula. The same Dracula who the main character, Jacob, is trying to kill. Well, was trying to kill. So, yeah. It's pretty slow. You know, I learned not to rush anymore. Like, I'm glad I just don't care about rushing anymore. But however, I still am in a rush right now. There'd be a lot of things happening. I got messages that I gotta respond to, but I told them, dude, like, hey, yo, man, look, I got real screwed over the past week and weekend. I was busy doing other shifts at work. I have to do my own thing, or else I'm gonna have a meltdown, or else I'm gonna be at the liquor store. You see, I don't starve my inner man. If you starve your inner man, you're gonna end up at the liquor store, right? I don't starve him. I listen to him. When he tells me, hey, yo, man, you gotta feed me. You better get to work or else I'm gonna yell at you, and the only way you can silence me is to go to that liquor. So I don't starve my inner man. When I have a moment such as now to go at it, then I gotta go in, okay? Gotta go in. I'm working on 2 covers at the same time. This be crazy. I'm gonna put Lisa in here eventually, but for now, we don't need her. We don't need her for now. So now comes the tricky part where I have to assess which areas require line weight additions or whatever. I don't know how to phrase it, but ultimately, where on this entire and all these characters can I apply some thickness? Well, I tend to like starting here in the corners, right? So I use the textured pen, and this is just gonna make it stand out a bit more. You know, you don't want it to be completely flat. Other manga artists I've seen, yeah, they can go ultra flat and use a Maru pen, and it looks cool. But their saving grace is how the backgrounds are actually inked. So because I use Passable, right? I just don't have the Passable template on me right now. Contrast is key, composition is key, facial expressions is key, panel flow is key. Here, obviously, it's just a cover. So you're gonna have to, because if you don't have like ultra detailed stuff, the 2 things you're gonna need on a cover using Passable is composition and, well, 3 things, I suppose. Composition, contrast, and facial expressions. You see how vivid the facial expressions are? No contrast yet, but you can tell, you can feel the urgency looking at their faces, well, Jacob's face. You can see the madness in Charlotte's eyes over there. You can see the concern that Irene's got over there. Even here, you can see her shock in her face, right? It's using passable. You gotta have composition unlocked, contrast, and facial expressions. They must be vivid. They must. If they are not, well, you're not gonna make much of an impact. So when I apply additional line weight, it kind of takes time sometimes, but I think I'm going a bit faster than normal right now because, I don't want this to be like 5 hours. The computer I'm working on, I gotta take it to the shop. I switched it on today. It gave me problems. I was like, hell no, demon. You are not going to stop me from doing the work today. Not today. Not after I sacrificed the whole week, right? Doing some other stuff. I need to finish both of these. I only had coffee today. It's now almost 3 o'clock. Dude be hungry, just had a banana. And I don't care because this needs to be completed. See guys, you gotta have this level of commitment, such as mine. I ain't saying I'm the best person in the world, but I sure as heck do my best as if I am the best person in the world. You can't just be out here lollygagging, thinking about your product, daydreaming about how cool it would look if you ever finished it one day. Now you have to just finish it, man. Finish it. So here I want to add a shadow below Jacob's neck. Put his tongue over there. Darken his eyebrows. Gotta erase this part here. Let's see. Man, I really like Jake. He's so iconic looking. He's very memorable in his silhouette. Now I actually know what he reminds me of, which character. Shadow the Hedgehog. He's actually got Shadow the Hedgehog silhouette in a way. Don't know if you guys know that. No Shadow the Hedgehog, but surely you must. Okay, just making sure that there are no gaps because I'm about to put some contrast up in here. And I don't want to add line weight here because I might not have to. I want to make this whole area blue like this cover here. But we'll see. Let's see, who else needs some line weight a little bit? See, Irene, she doesn't here because technically this should be all blue. Her hair is black, but let's see. I be doing calculations in my head. Okay, let me put some line weight underneath Charlotte's chin. Just want to give it a little bit more oomph, Having irregularities, irregular lines in your work, yet consistent irregularities, adds a lot of razzmatazz. Okay. Some line weight there. Usually, I was told by my art teacher that line weight should mostly be applied when there is overlapping, I mean. When there's an overlap, like right here, his fist is overlapping with the chest, then you should put some line weight over there. But sometimes I do it both as like the outline, like the chin here. I'll add to the line weight. Trying to understand this part here. See, ain't no hunchback making videos like this, right? I created ManaA doing well right now. ManaA going in the stores right now. We're getting paid for ManaA, right? And all the naysayers were celebrating in their Discord, saying coffee's crazy, it's never gonna take off. Well, 6 months has gone by, and we've only made good returns. And we get submissions. People wanna be a part of our crew. And for those who do wanna be part of the Unsul Go squad, you guys can DM Seji on his Instagram or send him an email, right? And then he will do a check on you, basically. If you meet the standards, there are standards over here. Okay, before I even jump to the applying of all the blacks, let me apply the line weights here. Okay, let's see by the ear. There we go. Our cheek there. Definitely by the hand, since it's in like the foreground, you want it to stand out a bit more. See, all these little tiny things, they matter. They really matter. Now, I don't do many tutorials no more because you don't want to be the tutorial guy. You know, that's the mistake White Manga made. It's like, what are you, bro? Are you the tutorial guy or are you the manga artist? What exactly is going on? So I'm just doing this one because ManaA is still a new thing. So you could take this as more promotion for ManaA as a whole. Let's see. Yeah, this really tricky. Her hair is gonna be black. Let's see, I'm not sure which area here is gonna be black, because this will be black. If this is black, won't look too right. So this is gonna have to be black. Like that. And over here. I remember when I was teaching them Niglet at my school, right? Man, this was almost 10 years ago at this point. You know, it was 7 years ago. A bit earlier than that also, but it was just, I just could see that these guys are not here because they love the craft. They're here to experiment, to socialize. What, you know, in my head I was like, man, this is not a club, people. I'm here to give you guys the knowledge so we can create something good, you know? So you can have some self-respect, be proud of yourself that you adhere to objective standards, you know? But that was not the case. Them niggas dropped the ball and disappeared. And I was like, yeah, this place is doomed, because in Africa, as I've said a million times, standards don't matter. And that's why it is the way it looks like. And already, the US and Europe dropped their standards also. So, yeah, not very long before the whole place looks like where I'm from. But some of us are still holding on to those standards. They're gonna have to burn me at the stake for all the standards to completely disappear. Okay, that should be fine. Let's see. Okay, I can add more to the shards. You know, some people don't use a complete flat black when they are doing covers. When they're about to color in their cover, they might use like a very dark blue, but I like using my blacks. It is part of my style. Oh, I forgot the sword. Okay, they might use a dark blue or like a really, really grayish, dark grayish sort of color. You know, I never used to flip or rotate the canvas at all long ago. I used to just break my flipping neck. And it's like, bro, just rotate the thing. And I was like, oh. Okay, that should be fine. Now you don't want to apply a thickened line weight to everything because it might take away from the focal point, which is the main character. Add some thickness there. Okay. Now we're about to add the blacks. This is the fun part. I like this part. Just do that. Hair over there. Okay, let's do it. Add. There we go. Zoom out. You always gotta click that save button. For me, the power could go off any moment. And this damn laptop, if it's not connected to electricity, it goes off. So it's a flipping bummer. Twice it like switched off on me and I'm like, I am not going to sleep without finishing. Okay, there we have it. Put the black there. Okay. Irene's leggings are connected to her boots, high heel boots. That was not really supposed to happen like that. There's a gap somewhere. See, finding the stupid gaps is what I flipping hate, man. Why the heck did that happen? What the? Oh, it's my fault. In fact, it looks fine like that. Okay. See, there are additional things like putting lines like this over here with my preferred pen. That takes a while, but it's also the fun moments. You know, this is a happy accident. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Man, honestly, sometimes, many times, I've had happy accidents that I was like, yeah, I'm gonna use this. But no, that was not what I was trying to do. Let me close this gap here. Let's see. There we are. Liken the sword there. It's made from her hair after all. And all right. Can make some of these black. Okay. Pretty dynamic, isn't it? See, if you're going to borrow or steal from another artist, do it right. Okay, make it your own, because yeah, I needed the reference. Whoops. I needed the reference, and this Yoruichi really helped. It really helped. But I made it my own thing. I already had an idea in my head. I wanted her to have two souls. So I just needed the pose. And okay, let me add some more line weight over there. I can't believe I thought I could actually open up a school here of all places. It's just crazy. But it is fun teaching people. It really is. Maybe it used to be. Now people be hard-headed and all. And you're like, oh, should I really? Okay, I forgot to put in the blacks here. Okay. And black here. Her little hairline Vegeta action that needs to be fixed. There we go. I had a dude say, man, I like Irene, but her Vegeta hair is just kind of insane. I'm like, bro, can you like chill? She has that Vegeta hair and it's gonna stay that way because her father has got some Vegeta action as well, which is Dracula. There is a cover I did for my music album, the Bloody Hell official soundtrack. I had two people working on it. The other guy bailed, and the guy who's doing the film score version looks like he's about to bail also. And I was going to interview that guy who would be doing the film score version. So you see, this is truly the death of collaboration, because it's like, guys, but I'm paying you though. Straight up paying you, and you're gonna delay, you're gonna monkey around. Give me a break. So I didn't have a choice but to use AI. But if I'm using an AI to create my soundtrack, it means I can't sell it. So if you wanna use AI, not in your art though. If you use AI in your art, you will not be respected. Whatever you use AI for though, you cannot sell it. You can't. It's not a human product, then it's a disgrace. There's no AI that was used here, and so that's why I'm able to sell the Bloody Hell product. See all the little things, the line weight that you have to see where you can add on to. It's a lot. So that cover, I'm really proud of it. Really proud of it. Looks majestic, man. It's the type of cover that could be printed like as a flipping billboard at Comic-Con, and everybody be like, whoa, what story is that? What is that? Like, I wanna go read that. I wanna go buy that. It's just got exactly that type of riz to it. Is it riz? I don't know. Let me just say it's got that type of sauce to it. Make this one black also. Some line weight here. And let me put some cracks on this layer. Let's just experiment with the cracks. Let's see, where is it? If I put it now, it's gonna give me trouble later. So maybe I shouldn't put it now, I just wanna experiment with it. See all the things you gotta flip in and consider. It doesn't really look that cool, but whatever. It's fine. Let's save this. Oh, one more line weight. See, my color palette for Bloody Hell differs, honestly. Tends to differ, but mostly it's desaturated colors. Sometimes, like this one for Lisa, right? You see how this is saturated, right? This is saturated, not completely so, but it is much brighter than the normal color palette. It's not as dark. You see this, you wouldn't know that the story is about vampires, right? So I really like this one. She looked cool. I don't know why it's kind of blurry because this is in 300 dpi. But for some reason, I was using my other computer to ink this and I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but it still can be printed. But I wish I knew how to fix it. But what if? Obviously, her color palette being this rich symbolizes her personality. In fact, I forgot to add something. This is the cover actually for chapter 9. Oh boy, what the heck was I smoking? Putting these glowy things on the same layer as this. Let me just quickly add. Oh, no, still the same. You see the difference there? This is my textured paper that I add to give it that analog feel. You know, in fact, I think. Let me quickly try the noise. Sometimes I do noise as well, but I use overlay. And with the overlay, it saturates everything even more. I never actually played some more with it. Oh, hard light don't work. This one don't work. I suppose soft light and overlay work, but yeah, this really looks more analog now, more crisp, more than soft light actually. But I don't like things that are omega saturated, you know. Sure, it is applicable for this one, but no, let's keep it in soft light. What I wanted to add was some patterns on her costume. So, right here. So again, chapter 9 is in volume 2. So I'm adding a whole bunch of stuff, adding new covers and whatnot with the upgraded skill level. As you can clearly see, you're going to see in some of the new pages I added for chapter 9 that, yeah, there's a difference in skill level. So I need this one pattern here. Yeah, this one. This ivy pattern. It's also just gonna have to be dark green. Too thick. Yeah, basically just like that. But let me decrease the opacity, density for this because it's a bit much. There we go. All right. And there we have it. I wanted to add something at the bottom like clouds, but I was like, nah, you know what? We don't need that. There we go. This to that. This one is better. Save it. Yeah, Lisa is one of my favorite characters. She's real cool, man. She's real cool. She's got good self-awareness. She is emotionally intelligent. So is Irene to some extent, but she's a vampire, doesn't really care, and she doesn't want to care. But in the next chapter, since they are fighting her siblings, someone is going to die. And just as Jacob, found his new way around his inability to kill Dracula and how he's going to live his life, someone ends up dead. And it's like, wait a minute, isn't life supposed to get easier after this moment? If only, Jacob, if only. So Dracula's going to taunt him some more that I can take away everything from you, and I always will. Okay, let us now jump into putting in the blacks. I like this part. So let's go. Jacob's hair over there. His pants as well. Also these little patterns here. These earrings. Now in real life, I don't recommend dudes wear earrings, right? But a manga character or ManaA character always looks cool with them. I suppose I blame Dragon Ball for that. Broly always looked cool with them. Vegito as well. It always just looks so cool. Okay. See, sometimes Clip Studio be messing with me. Adding the blacks and a tiny little dot or space opening. It'll fill it in for you, but do a terrible job. And then you gotta fix that. Let's not forget this. I usually forget to do this part right here. Let's thicken his eyelashes some more. They're on Bleach. They have really, 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 really thick eyelashes. And it helps to have them. Okay. All right. And this part here, all the little gaps that I had missed. Okay. Now he is the center. These two, yeah, now begins the tricky part for me because I don't want to use black for them. I want to use the blue. So now, let me open this, take this. I didn't actually establish the shadows correctly, but initially, this is what I had in mind. Let's see what happens. Oh, damn it. There was a gap open. Okay. Let me just close all the gaps. See, this cover was very last minute, but I said to myself, I want to use it nonetheless, and it'd be tricky. Just trying to close all the gaps. All There it was. Okay. What the heck? Gotta close all them gaps. Missed the spot. Okay, let's see now. See this area here, this whole blue area here. I'm gonna have to play with that. And her hair. Let's see. I want to play with the blue. Might change it. There's a gap somewhere here. So when you're making your own ManaA cover, see all the stuff that you gotta consider. I know there's gonna be some hunchback. Well, that's all you gotta consider in all comic covers. Whatever, man. Whatever. You can say all of that, but you sure as heck are not even working on your product right now. The shapes are important. Almost got it. You know, almost. Oh boy. It just ain't easy. Okay, let me quickly play with the hue. Oh yeah. This is a better blue. In fact, this greenish blue is a lot better. It's a lot better compared to this one. It's a lot better because Jacob does have green in his color palette. He has green, red, obviously black, and obviously white. I think, yeah, I like this more, the cool colors, because if we use any warm color, it just ain't gonna work. But this, yeah, this is all right for me. There we go. Save. Let's see if we add in Lisa over there, how she would. Yeah, I'll worry about that another time. But we're gonna add red to the eyes. Yeah. Let's see. Oops. Let's see if I made it all black, what would it look like? Oops. Well, it also works. It also works. So here's what we're gonna do. Let me duplicate this and seal off that and add the necessary blacks where I wanted to add them in the beginning. So let me hide this and let's see what happens. So initially I was going to add black to these areas. She has red lipstick, so I might as well just leave it there. Her and Irene have red lipstick. I don't think I've seen a girl wear red lipstick in a while. I guess it's no longer fashionable, huh? Probably. Let's see. How many minutes has it been? Oh my goodness. It's been a while. That's gonna be black as well. And I need to make this a bit larger as well. Okie dokes. Make the bottom lid slightly bigger. Yeah, add some Botox over there. Okay. If I do this, doesn't really make much sense, but it kind of does. Jacob's boot over here just looks like a black carrot. That's not what we want. The boots he's wearing in this chapter are different to the boots he normally wears and the new ones that I've given him. Your character should look like what he looks like inside the chapter. Because here you can see he's got his other attire that is sleeveless and he doesn't have his cape. I dig capes, okay? I dig capes. I dig Superman. Superman is a cool character. He's been butchered many times, but truth, justice, and the one so-called American way. And let's add some of that, of course. Add some black here, black there, and there. Some other things, these finer details I have to do later. Okay. It begins then. By putting in the blocks once more over here. Delete this. But if the logo is going to be here, maybe doing that is a bad idea, but we'll see. Let's see. Okay. Now, let's see what happens. Oh, no. This, the ear here, would be all black. I don't want that. Select. And get my pen and do that. Okay. Let's go. Ay, Chihuahua. What the heck happened? This. Yeah. Maybe it works for black and white, but oh well, guys. I'm gonna have to play with this. It's gonna take flipping 7 years. No, a couple of hours to fix. But that's how you do your mana cover. It's gonna take a while. Maybe it's because I'm hungry. And I have got to go make some food right now. Because I ain't functioning right. In fact, it looking gray like this looks a bit better. Oh well. Anyway, y'all, those are the considerations when doing a mana cover. Until next time.